Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jeff, and with me I have Chris, and we are here to talk about living young. To start, I want to give you the good news. Good news, okay? Singaporeans enjoy the longest life expectancy in the world, okay? And this
Yeah.
life expectancy is actually 84.79 years, right? So we beat everybody, Wow, celebration. Okay, now the bad news, okay? The bad news is that the statistics also show that we suffer 10 years of poor health before death. It's so wonderful that we have a long life, right? but
Yes.
but I think beyond that is about having the long life with quality. So what is the problem? Actually, one of it is that we don't have the health to enjoy the long life. Second thing is, of course, we want to have the vitality, right? The energy, to enjoy our family, our friends, our activities, or even to pursue our interests so that, we can have this great life right to the end. Of course, the concern is that with 10 years, we might be a burden to our loved ones. Okay. And finally, because this huge question, is the money enough? This is an article that totally speaks to me, right? Life starts at 60. How long will the funds last? CPF has come out well short for most people, but it was in the area of adequacy, which is about whether the retirement funds is enough when it is needed, that Singapore was found most wanting. It ranked second from the bottom, ahead only of India. So it's really scary, So those of us who think that, oh, I have the minimum sum in CPF and this and that and the other, it's not going to be easy. So zooming down on this part, right? We have a long lifespan, but 10 years of poor health. So the question is, can we improve that youth span portion? Okay. In other words, live more youthful years, okay? And then have a lifespan that is something like this one, which is that, is you spend all the way. Right? I mean, if I can have 84.5 years, good years, actually I'll be quite satisfied, right? But I mean, if I can have extra, well, I love it, only if it is quality, right? So we're talking not about lifespan, we're talking about youth span. Can I add life to my years, not just add years to my life? I want to increase my youth span. And while I'm at it, I want to increase that vitality. I want to share about an anti-aging duo of products. One is called Y-Span and one is called R Square, okay? Which I take, by the way. All right, so Y-Span, right? Y-Span is actually a very advanced anti-aging supplement. And I want to tell you about the science of it, okay? It's really like an elixir of youth, huh? Okay, and the best part is that it's very potent, but yet it doesn't take much effort. And actually, it's a low price, okay? So what is this Y-Span? Y-Span is a collection of 12 anti-aging superheroes in one bottle. Okay, so, and you see all the products there. It's kind of tough to read it in one screen, so make it easier for you. In two screens, I list for you the products. So we have vitamin D3, which is for bone health, high blood pressure, cholesterol. We have omega-3 fish oil, okay, which is also good for heart health, blood pressure. We have citrus bioflavonoid. Okay, this is mainly found in the rind of citrus fruits, which is something that we won't eat, right? Okay, and this is powerful for brain health, brain function, liver health. Okay, purple corn, which is from Peru. Okay, so even if you could find it in Singapore, chances are that you would not know how to cook it, and if you cooked it, it would damage the nutrients in it that are so important. Alpha lipoic acid, is this really powerful supplement for metabolism, brain, and nerve health. And quercetin, which is an anti-inflammatory. We also have D-limonene, rosemary leaf extract. resveratrol, which you know is from red wine, coenzyme Q10, right? Lycopene, okay, is very powerful, especially for men, for prostate health, okay? And astaxanthin, which is for eye health. It's not just about 12 super anti-aging superheroes in one bottle, but the main power of this Wispan is actually how the combination of how they work together. So it's about the ingredient blend. It's about how the 12 work together and the precise proportions of the 12. Because this is based on epigenetics. Epigenetics has to do with the fact that, you know, in our every cell of our body, we have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Now, these 23 pairs of chromosomes have something like 20,000 genes. In other words, it's the entire master plan of your person, okay, biologically. The interesting thing is that not all of it is used. Okay, it's like we have a master plan for Singapore, but not all of it has been built yet, right? Okay, so we have a master plan in the genes, but not all of it is used. Now, what is used is what we call epigenetics or gene expression. All right. Now, this epigenetics can be affected by various things. Okay, stress, illness can be affected by carcinogens. But a best way to show it is this. Okay, we have bees, right? 3 types of bees in a hive. Well, you know, actually they are genetically the same. So what makes the difference between a queen bee and a worker bee, which is sterile, and a drone, which is good for nothing, except fertilizing the queen? Okay, actually the whole thing is what the queen bee is fed during the development stage of the larva. Okay, the queen bee is fed exclusively on royal jelly. That makes all the difference for her. All right. So the diet affects your gene expression. For example, look at for humans. You know, these two are identical twins, and I'm sure you know a lot of identical twins, right? In our lives, when they were young, we couldn't tell them apart. As they got older, they started to differentiate. One can age longer, one can put on more weight, like here. Why? Because environmental factors do play a huge part in the gene expression. Okay. Now, because of this, aging is also part of it. And these two products that we're talking about, R Square and Wispan, they actually address the root cause of aging because they work on gene expression. How this happens is we have a company called LifeGen, and LifeGen has like 30 years of research on diet, nutrition, and how it influences gene expression. Okay, so they use this gene chip, and you know, they discovered that there are some genes in our body that are related to youth and aging. And they've discovered that when you are young, some of the genes you can see here, right? The red ones are the ones that are active. Some of the genes are very active. But this same person, as they get older, the gene stops being as active, you know? So you can see that it's different. And what they did was that they would screen ingredients and blends, all right, to look for a list of ingredients that would cause the body to begin to express the younger set of genes. Okay, here you can see, of course, that ingredient blend 4. Okay, when you take it, your body starts to activate those genes that it used when it was younger. So people who take Wispan, sometimes they find that the hair, the black of the hair starts to come back. Some people have found that their diabetic condition started to be sorted out. Some people have found, like for myself, I found that I became gouty, you know. I started to get gouty after the age of 50. I just started not to have gout. And then like for me, I was asthmatic after the age of 40. Ayalama, you know, how sad to have asthma as an adult, right? Anyway, I started to get asthmatic after the age of 40. And then when I started to take this, I stopped being asthmatic. So you see that it's a very potent thing. Now comes the question, but is it difficult or not? Well, actually, it's really easy, very low effort, because it's just 2 capsules a day, morning and night. Okay, so twice a day. And then, of course, the other thing is, what about price, right? All right. Actually, why put a price on health? Isn't it more important to have a value in health? Okay, nonetheless, let's look at some dollars. Okay, now we have these 3 very good items, which is nano coenzyme Q10, right? And marine omega, which is very useful for heart health, and a prostate formula, lycopene. Now, these come up to this price that you can see. The best part is that this product is this price, okay? So in other words, it's really cost effective. It is a duet, right? And there are 2 partners, okay? So I want to give you the rest of the science. So we have Y-Span. So Y-Span has all this protection of your age defense, right? Your brain, your heart, your nerves, your skin, your joints, your bone, okay? What is R square? R square has to do with vitality, all right? So I'm gonna just make it easier and play for you this Discovery Channel video, and this will explain to you the science of it.
Scientific experiments at academic and commercial labs show that our genes do not control our fate.
Our research is beginning to reveal the reality that the aging process is a symphony that is being played in the body. And in order to play that symphony extremely well, you need an orchestra of genes being somewhat cooperating with each other to make sure that the aging symphony doesn't get out of tune.
Meet Dr. Joseph Chang. As a chief scientist of a privately funded lab, he's dedicated his life to nutritional intervention for the war on aging. He becomes interested in youth gene clusters related to mitochondria, tiny structures in our cells. These are miniature motors that fuel our bodies, maintaining our energy levels from cradle to grave.
Yeah, the mitochondria, like the battery, does drain over time. If we don't recharge the mitochondria battery, we won't have the energy needed to run the cell. And if the mitochondria doesn't function optimally, then these early signs of aging begin to appear.
On the other side of the world, partnering with Dr. Chang at a sister lab, is Dr. Josh Zhu. He's using his knowledge of the natural world to battle aging with the most unusual of ingredients. The scientist believes that he is getting close to discovering the key to resetting mitochondrial gene expression with the help of a fungus called Cordyceps sinensis.
Cordyceps sinensis is a fungal product, a natural product. It's just similar to any kind of a mushroom.
But this is no ordinary fungus. His studies have found that after taking Cordyceps sinensis, their exercise performance capability improved.
Cordyceps sinensis shortened recovery period and improved cardiovascular function.
Cordyceps sinensis drastically heightens endurance and energy metabolism and fights fatigue. The results indicate that Cordyceps sinensis could potentially counteract the strains of daily life that lead to aging.
We can see a Cordyceps sinensis not really just extend the lifespan, but healthy lifespan. We proved Cordyceps sinensis is really anti-aging herb.
Dr. Zhu's Cordyceps sinensis research is added to other blended ingredients to create Dr. Chang's anti-aging compound.
this is the first time ever where some of these natural ingredients, by using modern scientific methods, to demonstrate that it can actually extend lifespan.
That Discovery Channel documentary came out in 2012, and the product R Square was then launched about 3 to 4 years later. And since then, we've got a lot more scientific studies on the product. So what are the physical abilities that R Square provides? The first, of course, is in the lab, and we used mice. So there was this treadmill test with 2 groups of mice, one fed with a placebo, one fed with R Square. Well, after 5 weeks of this treatment, the control group registered a slight drop in exercise time when they were put on the treadmill. And the R Square group had a 63% increase in exercise time. What about humans? Well, we cannot put the humans on this kind of a test, but in a consumer study, 90% of consumers said they felt an improvement in fatigue levels when they took R Square. So what are the primary benefits? This is really important. The primary benefits are that it raises and sustains your baseline energy level. Okay. Now, you know, sometimes we are all faced with energy issues, right? You know, but what do? We sometimes we take caffeine, which is a stimulant. Sometimes we take fruits or other sugars to give a boost. These all have a downside. But what about having a natural higher level of energy? This comes because the R Square conditions the mitochondria so that there is more energy. Okay? And because the cells have more energy, the cells are able to do more work. So they are able to neutralize and remove cellular waste and toxic byproducts. Okay? They just function better, not at 80% or 60%, but at 100% what they're designed to function. And because of this, it protects and fortifies cells against damage from external toxins. What are external toxins? Of course, these are the environmental factors: smoke, smog, pollution, ultraviolet rays, right? You know, all the things of modern life. You know, cancer is very often caused by external environmental conditions. Well, this will fortify the cells. Okay, why? Again, it's about having the energy for the cells to do the things that they were designed to do. All right. And finally, because they are able to do the things they're designed to do, the cells get back their normal cellular function. What does this mean? This means, like, for some people, it might be that the pancreas begins to function better. Okay. For others, it might be that the liver begins to function better. You know, of course, the liver gets a lot of the toxins because it is the processing organ in the body. Well, sometimes after a while, the liver is unable to function properly. With R Square conditioning the liver cells, the liver is able to function better. So who should take R Square? Well, R Square is good for men and women over 18. All right. So if you are say a 20-something or a 30-something, and you find that, you know, you just feel daily you are tired or weighed down, you're sluggish, lethargic, just unable to really fully engage in an active life. Hey, the young people also struggle with this. I'm not trying to tell you that you should take R Square and then, you know, sleep 2 hours a night and juggle 3 jobs while raising a family. No, I mean, you need to have a balance in everything. But often when you feel lethargic because of all the environmental factors, this will help you. For R square, we have a day formula and night formula. The day formula is very rich in cordyceps, as you heard from the Discovery Channel video. But it also has got other items like ginseng and pomegranate. And this is to recondition the mitochondria of every cell. The night formula, okay, you can see the components there. The night formula is good to help the cells purify by detoxing, okay? So in this way, the cells are in a great place to do their work. So there you have it, the two products.
Okay, so here are some examples of people who've taken the products and actually have their conditions of health renewed and their youth restored. Okay, so this Kim Boon, actually one of my best friends, he had really severe eczema. You know, as you can see on his hand, it's totally bleeding, it's wet. You know, he'll wake up in the middle of the night, scratching himself until he bleeds, right, and unable to sleep. But just after 3 months on LifePak R Squared and Y-Span, this was his transformation where it was cleared up. Yeah, so we're not guaranteeing that it's a cure for eczema, but really what it does is restores his body to a more youthful, healthier state. Yeah. Okay.
So this is an older man. A person that I can relate with. Okay, and his name is John. He's 81 years. And you know, the amazing thing is that he started to get a little forgetful and this and that and the other. And his wife, who does Nu Skin, she put him on R Square Y-Span. And he became so fit that he even completed his first marathon at the age of 80. Isn't that just stunning? At the age of 80, you know. And then Machiko, her mother, they live in KL. Her mother was just so mentally exhausted from the side effects of doctors' medications. She actually wanted to end her life, you know. But after 3 months of the Ultimate Duo refers to R Square and Y-Span. Okay, all the side effects of medication and treatment disappeared, and then she even started yoga at the age of 83. And you know, in this testimony, she said that she was turning 90. Can you imagine? With quality of life. All right, and then we have Jancy. Her mother suffers from rheumatoid arthritis, and you know, but the best part is that, like, after 3 months of Y-Span and Reishi Max, which is another product of ours, her mother says that her pain level has come down from an 8/10 to maybe 4/10. And of course, after 5 months of it, the pain went down to like a 1/10. This is my own sister, Susan. All right, and I think this, and you know, at 49, she was diagnosed with arthritis. That makes it, you know, very painful to move. So she started to use knee braces, you can see, and walking sticks. In fact, this is a good photo because she only has 1 knee brace and 1 walking stick. She actually went to like 2 knee braces and 2 walking sticks. Okay, she started on a few items. She did LifePak, which is our foundation nutrition, but she did this anti-aging duo. Okay, and she regained her mobility and she lost weight because she did our TR90 program, and then she became arthritis free. Okay, so look at how amazing she looks. I mean, as a family member, I tell you, it's more than just her health, but she regains her life, and then, you know, the family, we get to enjoy that, right? And just to show you that she's really, really amazing, this was done in 2020. Look at this
morning exercises.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that just simply amazing? Okay, I did talk about a program called TR90 just now, so I would be amiss if I did not tell you that tonight we have a sharer on TR90. So if you like, please take a screenshot with the Zoom ID and the passcode and come in tonight at 8 p.m. Okay. So you see that a lot of people have recovered, right? Why? Because Y-span gives all the body systems that ability to be at its best. Okay. But R square gives the energy to every cell to repair themselves and to function as they should. Okay. Now, what is one side benefit to this? Another side benefit to it is rapid recovery. Okay, so this is my friend. His name is James. In fact, he's Chris's dad. Okay. Now, James had a hip replacement in 2019. You can see here. But this is a guy who is really active lifestyle, you know, you can climbing, running, stair climbing, training, yoga. You name it, he's probably done it. Okay. And well, the hip had to be replaced, and this is his testimony of how well he recovered after the operation.
My recovery was surprisingly fast. I went off morphine after the first day, and I didn't have any pain of that. We were doing physiotherapy. I was moving my legs. The very next day, I could walk without a stick after 6 days. I was driving on my 7th day, and I began to take longer walks with the dog. And on my second month, after 60 days, I actually went back to rock climbing, and I went back to resume climbing stairs. I remember we did several sets of 34 stories in an HDB block. That's after 2 months.
Isn't that amazing? You know, I tell you, this video was created by the people who make the replacement, the replacement hip. Okay, the company. And the reason that they did it was because they thought, this guy is our best patient ever. He's such an amazing testimony of the replacement hip, right? And guess what? Even though we have that technology, it's really about how well the body recovers, isn't it? And the recovery is better because of the R square and Y span. I hope that makes sense. Now, finally, I want to talk about myself. Okay, myself. Give me 1 more minute to tell you about me. All right. For me, I think that as I was doing this slide, I wanted to say that, you know, I think my life is about life in all its abundance. I have a great close-knit family. We enjoy each other a lot. I have this amazing friends that you can see with the pig in the front. We do business together and we love it. Okay, it's just amazing. And then, of course, I'm very active in church. You can see this photo of me going on a mission trip. Okay, and in fact, I went on a mission trip with my business partners. Okay, and so that's just so amazing. But I want to show you, this is me at 60 doing bouldering, you know. Okay, and I enjoy that I can live. I enjoy that I can live. So my final slide, I want to talk about live young. Okay, I just have 2 more slides. Live young, sorry, not final slide. Live young, and don't we want to live that life to the fullest that we can? And this is one of the people that I admire a great deal. All right, how old do you think she is? She's 74 in this photo. And if she really looks wonderful, guess what? She lives wonderful. Take a look.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Which 74-year-old can do a jump shot like this, right? And I just want to grow older and be like her and maybe beat her in health as well. Okay, so finally, I just want to urge you, age lock your body. It's really quite an easy process. Okay, so don't wait. okay? Because if you age lock your body, you can age slower. You can enjoy youthful health for longer, and you can enjoy vitality each day. Those of you who are younger and you think, oh, that's not for me. Hey, you can enjoy more energy now, okay? You can have more robust health and vitality, and you can recover more quickly too. Isn't that wonderful? So with that, I just want to thank you for coming in, for listening to this, and please look for the person who's invited you and just check it out. Okay, thank you. Bye.